right, so some of you know we go to the Beggs Pumpkin Patch every year. We take the preschoolers, and it is our job to plan the field trip. So this year it's your turn to plan it. So we're going to start off by talking what I expect from you. So in class, you will be working on creating a parent letter that at the bottom has an attachment of a permission slip, because without a permission slip, we don't have the proper legalities to take their children on a field trip. You have a nice little rubric here that tells you what you're going to be graded over. So proper format, it needs to be attractive. You want some clip art, nice lettering, things that they can read, because if they can't read them, then they're not going to fully understand what they are getting themselves into. Spelling and grammar. Who wants to send home something that does not have good grammar and spelling? It's embarrassing as a professional teacher. Amount of time you're gone, all of these things should be in there. How much it's going to cost, what they will be doing. You can have a little thing here for them to sign. If they're going to send extra money to feed the animals while we're there, all of this needs to be included. So after we go through mine, it'll be your turn to walk yourself through it, submit one, and then turn it back in. Also, on the day of, you have a rubric that you'll be graded on. So you need to be here on time, help prepare for the day, be professional, and take care of your little friend. So now that we've discussed the things that we expect from you on our field trip, let's go back to writing our parent letter. So at the top, we clearly say, hey, we're going to Beggs. It's nice and bright and bold for them to see. And then we're going to talk about on Friday, October 12th, we're going to be taking a field trip to Beggs Pumpkin Patch. We'll be leaving at 8:45 and returning around 12:30 p.m. This tells parents where we're going, what time we'll be there, and what time we'll be back. Right here, the cost of the trip is $8. That lets them know how much it's going to be for their student to join the field trip. In between, we just have a little bit of information about what's going to be going on there. They can feed animals, they can milk a toy cow, they can play in the corn maze, they can play on the popper jumper thing. All of this information is in there. Some of the parents may have never been there, and some may be very familiar with it. So it's $1 for them to feed, 25 cents a handful. That gives everybody plenty of food to feed. And then down here it tells parents what their kids will be eating. We're going to take peanut butter and jelly, chips, grapes, and a snack cake. If there's an allergy in your class, you're going to know, and you're not going to serve something clearly like peanut butter. But right now, none of our kids have one, so that's what we're going to be having for lunch. Then it says, please return this permission slip with the $8 by October 5th, so we know who's going and how many people we have. Then you're going to draw a nice little line across it, put you some clip art. It needs to say, I give blank permission to attend, which so that they can put their children's name, their signature, if they're going to include the money, how much feed money, and then if they're going. And you need to make sure they understand that if they go, it is $9.50. They have to pay separate from our field trip. Is there any questions on your parent letter? Okay, moving on. We are also going to split into groups. I have 4 groups of 3. I will tell you your groups in just a minute. You're responsible for a parent letter individually. Together you need to make a menu, a supplies list, and a jobs list, because everybody needs a job. You may be making sandwiches, you may be cutting grapes, you may be in charge of the first aid kit. Everybody needs to have a job to make this field trip run smoothly. And throughout working together, you're going to learn what it's like to plan a field trip, work with coworkers, and be professional and bring your own thing to everything. All right, any questions?